Michael, thank you so much. One of those important things as we head back to school, a necessity, if you will, is the backpack. Do you hear a thud when your child drops their backpack at the door? And does it feel like it weighs a ton to you? Well, our medical correspondent, Rosemarie Beltz, is here to explain why lightening the load is really important for your little ones. Rose.
Right, Darcy? So all that reading, writing, and arithmetic can add up to some potential pain and problems later in life. The American Association of Neurological Surgeons says 75 to 85% of Americans will experience back pain at some point in their lives. Where there are no long-term studies specifically focused on kids, some children do experience chronic back and neck pain. Experts say pay attention to these signs indicating the backpack could be too heavy. A change in your child's posture, struggling to put on or take off their backpack, feeling tingling or numbness, and red marks on their shoulders or back on their back. So the American Academy of Pediatrics and physical therapists say the backpack should not weigh more than 10 to 20% of a child's body weight. For example, someone who weighs 100 pounds should carry no more than a 10-pound backpack. Younger children seem more susceptible to backpack-related pain since their bodies are still growing and developing. So how do you pick out a backpack? So make sure it's lightweight with 2 wide padded shoulder straps that won't add a lot of weight or dig into their shoulders. A padded back with multiple compartments can help distribute weight more evenly across the body. Place heavier items in the center back and put lighter items in front, and make sure to lift with your legs while you're bending at the knees. So there's a couple more things to keep in mind. You don't want to forget about this, right, as the year goes on. You want to measure their backpack periodically to make sure it's not too heavy, and maybe even check in with their teacher, right, to make sure that they're carrying what they actually need, throughout the day. And besides all this, it doesn't mean it's, just because we have these problems, it doesn't mean potential problems, doesn't really mean it's a bad way to carry your books.
Yeah, so we got to check in. So we checked in with Brady. This was actually our backpack from last year, guys. So it has a couple of the things that Rose said that were good. It has the padded back, but one thing that it doesn't have, Rose, is the belly strap.
Yeah.
That extra distributes weight,
yeah,
I'm guessing.
It doesn't have the belly strap that I had last year.
So this one didn't and the one before did?
The one in 2nd grade did, and this one did not.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought that you planned that out.
Right? No. And Brady, right, it's up to you kids to talk to your parents and let them know, and parents to pay attention if the bag, in fact, is too heavy. So want to put it on?
All right, so one thing Dr. Rose said is pick it up with your legs. So instead of bending over, you want to bend your knees. So bend your knees down, pick it up like that.
There you go. Good job.
And even though one strap looks cool, Rose, we got to go with 2?
Yes, you got to go with 2.
Okay.
Sorry about that. And I personally have shoulder problems now as an adult because my bag was too heavy.
And because you only put it on one shoulder?
Absolutely.
All right, now here's the big test. So, Buddy, what do you put in there? This was actually repacked with what he took home on the last day of school. So this was an average weight for him. So what, on a normal day, what's in your bag?
Usually like my pencil case, my 3 or 5 folders, my binder,
books,
lunchbox,
water
water bottle.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so let's see. So Dr. Rose says it's supposed to be how many pounds?
For how much do you weigh, bud?
58 pounds.
So say roughly 60, so probably about 6 pounds, right?
Okay,
so let's just get this started.
This was his last day of school.
All right, get it to 0.
Oh, 10.2.
Man.
So he's way over what he should be.
For his size, yeah. They recommend to stay closer, so they say 10 to 20%. Now, as Brady gets older, that number will go up, right? Once you get closer to high school, college, we can carry a little bit more weight. But while you're a kid and still growing, you want to keep that, that number down a little bit.
So you want to have let's do this one more time. So put it on your back. You want to have 2 straps on at all times. And then if it does have a belly strap, you want to make sure to use it.
Right. And it actually feels good when you have that strap. You feel more secure. You want it snug.
You
so
feel like it's going to stay on, not when you have one strap, it's going to fall off.
And we don't want you to tip over.
You want to be like,
whoa. and what about those times? What about those times where mom drops you off late and you have to run all the way to class?
Well, you'll drop me off late, and I'll have to sprint to class with this heavy book bag, and the fastest I can go is like a jog.
Yeah,
Great.
and that never happens, right? Because we're never late, right? Right?
Yeah.
We're never late.
We're never late. No one's
Yeah,
late.
anybody who knows me
Questionable.
knows that that's very questionable. All right, thank you so much for explaining that
Yes,
to us.
thanks,
Test that
buddy.
out with your kids at home and go ahead and weigh their backpack on the heaviest day. All right, more Friends at 5 coming up right after this. Keep it here.